Hey, sports fans and car enthusiasts, welcome to the channel. We're on to part 2 today. That's right, part 2 of the big box of vintage from Goodwill, our Goodwill finds. As a reminder, I'll just kind of play it on screen here for you right here. Just a little bit of a silent clip from the big box of cards and the two different packages of vintage cards that came out here. In the first round, the smaller pack, we got some decent cards out there. I'm not going to go through each one of these. Not a whole lot. You got a Carlton, a Fisk. They're all cards from the 70s. There's the Hank Aaron, nice Johnny Bench from 78. Some other stars in here, Jenkins, Fergie Jenkins, Carew, Foster, Tiant, Yaz. So, it wasn't a huge win, but some okay cards I pulled out of there. But here's bag number 2. And it's a much bigger bag. I don't know if this is all going to be commons or not, but we're going to see what's in here right now. Alrighty folks, like I did in the first video, I'm not going to spend a ton of time or belabor on any one or two individual cards here. We're just going to quickly sort through this. Join me in the journey of we're just sifting through a big box, or in this case bag of cards, and seeing if there's anything cool in here. So I'm going to set the bag over here, just start pulling out stacks of these kind of beat up cards, and we'll see if there's anything that rings our bell here. So starting off with some Royals cards from 76. There's some Tigers, Mickey Stanley behind that. Laren LeGros, more Mickey Stanley. So a lot of these cards are in very bad shape. Again, paid $40 for each lot, on the hopes that maybe there was a hidden gem in there. We found a few in the first episode. This looks like it could be a big bag of commons, so maybe nothing's going to happen here. But there's some 74s, and here's some earlier cards we didn't see in the earlier ones. There's a Reds team card. It's going to have Rose, but somebody marked it up, so nothing there. Champ Summers. All right. Again, we're going to go through this as quickly as I can. So if I'm just scrolling here, if you see anything that I missed, that you were like, ooh, wait. Do call that out. There's a Ray Knight rookie card, I believe. Mini ding for that. I think that's his rookie card. I don't think there's an earlier one. A little mini ding for Ray Knight rookie card, but not much. Phil Roof, Steve Byrne, Twins team card. There's probably a few players on that. That would be interesting, but again, these cards are very bad shape. Don't expect anything of major value in there. Rick Russell's 4th year card. Cubs team card. Gross. These are just all sorted together. There's a nice 78 Griffey. Cliff Johnson. Champ Summers. 78 Foster. I dinged it in the earlier one. I'll ding the 78 Foster. Mike Lum. Dave Concepcion. All-Star card. A little mini ding for that. Astros team card. And we're just going through the motions here. Urea. All over the place. Kessinger. Who's that? Beat up. Jose Cardinal. Tony Scott. Metzger. And as I build my stacks of gone through commons here, I'm probably going to scoot them off to the side so they're not taking up too much of the camera screen real estate here. Alright. Some Tigers cards here. These are all messed up. I'm not going to go through those. Jerry Morales. Champ Summers. There's another Ray Knight rookie card. Couple of them there. I'm not going to ding them again, but I'll just throw them off to the side. Mario Soto, his rookie card. I'm not sure it's worth a ding. Pete Falcone, Tom Murphy, Howell, Jesse Jefferson, Enrique Romo. Alright, let's scoot this stack way off to the side. Start stack 2 here. Just grabbing at the cards. It's a good amount of cards, but the conditions of these are definitely questionable. Swisher, Knowles, Dwayne Kuiper, and they are about 98% common cards, 98% beat up commons. On Ashby, there's a Doc Ellis, G. Hebner, Manning, Jim Bibby, the Spaceman Bill Lee, a bunch of 79s or 76s that are commons here. Oscar Gamble, Sporting the Hair. Charlie Spikes, Tom House, Jackie Brown, Rick Miller. Again, if you see anything major that I'm skipping over, Ken Brett, George Brett's brother. See anything major that I'm skipping over here, feel free to call it out. Bill Butler, a 75 World Series card from 76. It's a couple of those. I think they're worth a whole lot. What's this? Father and Son, Mike and Joe Hegan. All right. More 76s, Steve Stones, Eddie Thornton. Again, these cards are not in the best condition. Hey, there's the Kurt Bavacqua bubblegum blowing thing. It's beat up. I'm going to give a little mini ding to that, because that's kind of an iconic card. So, the 76s, Rosalo, Zamora, Sperning, Bonham. 76 Tigers. There's not much in here. Vern Rule. All right. What we got here? Got some leaders cards here. Got Tanana Blyleven is very beat up. Tanana Blyleven very beat up. Harbosky and Goose Gossage again kind of beat up. Checklist. Rennie Stennett record breaker. We got rookie pitchers Randy Lurch and Sid Mong, and we have Don S.A., Frank LaCourte. Both of those are kind of beat up. There's a 76 Burt Blyleven. It's a couple of them beat up, but well, mini dings for those, I guess. Hall of Famer Blyleven, Lynn Bostic. Got Mickey Lolick record breaker there. We got rookie pitchers. Who is this? Another Don S.A. and Frank LaCourte. Earn run leaders, Randy Jones. There's Tom Seaver on that. So, yeah, because it's got Seaver. Oh, these are so beat up, though. We got Jim Palmer, Eckersley. You know, we're going to give one collective ding for all those, even though they're very beat up. There's another Ken Griffey. Simmons, Madlock, Sanguian, very beat up. Hard to give it a ding. Randy Lurch again. RBI leaders, George Scott, Mayberry Lynn. Water stained on that one. There's a better Suter and Gossage. We'll give him a ding to that one. Texas Rangers team card. There's another one. That one's a little bit more beat up. Johnny Briggs. Any other Blylevens in here maybe that are in better condition? Nick Aubrey, Dick Pohl. All right, let's scoot stack number 2 off to the side. All right, hey, there's a nice Tony Perez. Give a little ding to Tony. Rob Anderson, Forsh, Roberts, Case, Alexander, Lee. All right, Reds team card there. Stanley, Randy Lurch. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I don't want to make this a half-an-hour video, but I think it's probably going to end up being that way anyway. That is Ken Rapp. There's another Louis Tiant. We'll give a little mini ding to Louis Tiant. Orta, Bill Buckner. Bruce Suter, second-year card. We'll do a mini ding to that. Renko, Orta, Willoughby. Checklist for the Royals. Tavares, Busby, Frank White. Any George Brett's hide down here. Pete Lecoq. Dave Roberts, Morales, Mercer, Ivan DeJesus, Sotis, Rob Piccolo, all right. A's team card. These are so messed up. Jim Fregosi. You got Kent DeColvey. Is that his rookie card? No. Not even close. More Pirates. Fregosi. Al Oliver. Got to give a little ding to Al Oliver. Jim Rooker. Another Bruce Suter from 79. A little ding to that. Got some minor star cards in here. Another Al Oliver from 79. That one's messed up, so I'm not going to ding that one. Captain America Steve Rogers. Johnny Briggs. Doug Griffin. Heil. Another Al Oliver from 76, but also very beat up. Hard to give that a ding. Grant Jackson. Randy Eastwick. Tony Scott. Tyson. Briggs Underwood. Pirates team card. Colby. Yeah, Dwight Evans from 77. Yeah, I'll give a ding to that. Egan. Collins, Rick Wise, Oscar Zamora. Ow, so many cards still left here. Osley, Paul Splitteroff, Gene Kleins, Jesus Fryman, Johnny Moore, Pepe Frias, Helms. Some nice Louis Tiants. One ding for both of those. Duffy Johnny Grubb, Ron Pruitt, Richie Zisk, Kent DeColves, Patrick, John Candelaria. That might be his, I think that's his rookie card. Hard to give it a ding though. It's so beat up. Bruce Bookty, Jim Kern. Where are we at on time? I'm at 10 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be at least 20 minutes. Guys, sorry. You can fast forward and see any other hits that come through if you want. If you don't like the chase itself. It's a Buddy Bell, Jeff Torborg. There's a nice Eckersley from 78. That's a nice ding for that. Ogilvy, Wayne Garland, Indians team card. Scooting these off to the side. Oop, hit my light there. Let me refigure that. Alright. Rick Rushell, Astros, Jerker, Cosgrove, Cedeno, and Boswell, Johnson. What we got here? Griffin, Helm Wood. Cesar Geronimo, Larry Lins, Lee May, Rudy May, Dyer Miller, Muser, Bellinger, Orioles team cards, Al Bumbry, Paul Blair, Hillier, Kelly. We're getting there, folks. It's just taking a little bit of time. Bivacqua, Bart Johnson, Tovar, Bill North, Bill Butler, Coleman, Art Howe, Bake McBride, John Wathan, Paul Thormsgaard, Reggie Smith. I would ding it, but it's beat up. Here's another Ted Sizemore. How beat up is that? No, that's pretty beat up. Yeah, that's too beat up to ding. Another one. It's less beat up. We'll ding that one. Ken Reitz, Champ Summers, Bob Forge, very beat up. Mike Tyson, even worse beat up. Morales and Stone, also beat up. Rushell, Morales, Knowles, Pete Lecoq again, giggity. Mark Arbach. We got around the floor. Rick Rushell, Rosello, Rick Monday, Lecoq, Mike Garman, more Lecoq, Milt Wilcox, Fred Norman. Let's skip this aside. We are getting there. We are getting there. Some Expos cards. There's a nice Tony Perez. We'll ding Tony again. And Ken Brett. Davey Johnson when he was with the Phillies. Charlie Moore, Larry Bittner, Splitteroff, Healy, nobody of note in there. Mingori, Cookie Rojas, who's behind that? Nope. Holding out hope for a George Brett, but don't think I was going to get one. Herman, Larry Harlow, Ken Singleton with some writing on it. You got Thorman's card, Lee with somebody's marker on it. A bunch of Royals that are kind of in bad shape here. Stinson. Nope. Nope. No Brett. Milt May. More Royals. Buck Martinez. Freddie Patek. Got to look through the Royals cards anyway. So, all right. Murphy. Luis Gomez. Jose Cruz. Cesar Tovar. Tommy Harper. Larry Hizzle. Hizzle Mashizzle. Enos Cabell. Doug Rader. Astros card. J.R. Richard. Kind of a nice card, but yeah. Skip Jutes. Roger Metzger. That is Joe Necro. It's not Phil. John Wathan. Jose Cruz. Ken Forsch. Andrews, Fregosi, Bumgarner, Helms, Doug Rader, Dominic Kaczynski. Alright. Oh, there's a card in a holder here, so wow, these are really beat up here. These are all leaders cards, but I can't ding any of these despite who's well, I'll take a look at who's in there, but there's a Brock, but that's messed up. You got these are messed up. More Brocks, Mickey Rivers, Otis is yeah, these are all creases aplenty on here. There's some nice names on there though. You got Schmidt. Oh, yeah, there's a rookie card. Jamie Quirk's rookie card. Donasay again. These are kind of messed up. Raleigh Eastwick, Cesar Geronimo. There's the 76 Carew in a top loader, so definitely a ding for that. More Royals here. Ely Leonard. Tony Oliva. Let's take a look at that Oliva. Ooh, that's really messed up. That's bad shape. All right. Okay. Moving on to the last little bits here. Actually, there's still a lot of cards here. All right, we got a bunch of 78s here. Again, I'm not going to go through these with any huge amount of Al Oliver. Ding for Al Oliver. Just kind of pulling out names that I see for potential dings. Dave Collins, who's behind there? There's okay. Pete Vukovich. You know him from the movie Major League. Mario Guerrero, Rick Russell. Vukovich played the Yankees slugger in Major League. What was his name? I'm trying to blank on his name. Haywood. Clue Haywood. That's it. Yeah, Pete Vukovich played him in the movie. Al Harpowski. Some stuff there. The Mariners, Thompson. Again, I'm sure I'm passing by at least a star or two. So, yell at me in the comments. I'll do Reggie Smith as a little ding. Yell at me in the comments of the ones I missed. Like, you idiot, you skipped right over so-and-so. There's Fergie Jenkins. It's beat up, but I'll give a ding for it. Bob Stanley. Denny Mingori. Okay, now we're coming closer to the end. Rudolph the Rain-Nosed Reindeer. Paul Mitchell, not the hair gel. Ray Burris, Knox. Humphrey, who's behind that? Tom Verzire, Gold Cup card. Mitterwald. Terrence Trent, Darcy. Ray Burris, Manny Trio. Herndale. Moose Haas. Bob McClure, who's on the back. Mark Littell. Bill Plummer, Burris, Russell, Burr, Rusty Staub, Ogilvy, Russell Rodriguez. You got another card coming up that is, I'll just show it to you now. Johnny Bench, 76 All-Star. That's nice. Definitely a nice hit for that. Junior Moore, Francisco Barros, bunch of commons. Jim Slayton, Eric Rasmussen. Cosgrove, more beat up leaders cards. Okay, let's put that aside. We are at, where are we at here? 18 minutes. Maybe we can do this under 21 minutes. I'm gonna pull, sorry, I just hit the camera. I'm gonna pull all the remaining cards out here. That's the end of the bag. And we'll see if there's any last minute hits here. Jim York. More Astros, very stuck together. Greg Grosses, Ken Forsches, Cookie Rojas, Roger Metzger, Skins Boswell, Greg Luzinski. Sorry, they're upside down, folks. I'm just trying to go as fast as I can. Minnesota Twins, Joe Decker. Try and turn them right side out. The Carberry, Phil Roof. Who's that? Jim Hughes, Gianni Briggs, more Phil Roof, Jerry Terrell, Dave Goltz. Mariners father-son card, or actually as a player, as a manager. Mellinger, more Orioles, Ken Singleton, Mike Flanagan, Grimsley, Singleton, Hosley, Doug Bird, Fitzmaurice, Al Cowens, Pepe Frias, Bert Campaneris. Yeah, I'm not going to ding him. Rick Wise, Falcone Freed, Ian Pence. Alright, we're coming up. Oh, we got some more. Okay, we had a Dick Allen in a top loader. I guess I'll ding that. Jim Cott in the top loader. I'll ding that. We got Honus Wagner. It's beat up all to hell, but I'll give a ding to that. A few more. Got a couple more top loaders I see here at the bottom of the stack. I was hoping a Bruce Sutter would be in here, but even if it was, it would be so beat up that it's worthless. Randy Lurch, come on. It's gotta be a 76 Brett in here, right? No 76 Brett. Ah. That's not Brett Nelson. Alright. We got one card from 1970 there, and Steve Hunt's. We got Ted Williams also, Sporting News all-time great. That's actually not bad. Decent shape. Joe Decker, and for some reason, Bucky Dent. That's not his rookie card, is it? No, it's not his rookie card. Bucky Dent. So there you go, folks. That is what, really, a total of $80 got you for Goodwill over the two packages, although this one we just opened was $40. So we got a couple of nice, Ted Williams, some Dick Cott, Dick Allen. I say Dick Cott, Jim Cott, Dick Allen, Johnny Bench, some star cards. There's Rod Carew, some Tony Perez, Hall of Famers, and Eckersley, and Ricky Jenkins, Bruce Sutter, Dwight Evans, some Al Olivers, some leaders cards. Some of them way too beat up. The Jim Palmer is definitely too beat up to be really considered. A couple of Bly-Levens from 76, both beat up. The Kurt Bavacqua bubblegum card, Ray Knight, several Ray Knight rookie cards, Dave Concepcion, George Foster. So not a whole lot there, but still definitely fun to go through the entire box and see what was hiding in there. It was worth it for me. Hope it was worth it for you. I know it was a longer video today. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. Tell me what I missed and what your favorite card that we pulled aside was. And yeah. Give this video a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and thanks for watching, everybody. That was our, part 2 of our Goodwill haul, and I think we did all right. Not great, but all right. But thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Take care.